Welcome back to the channel, Prime family. Glad to have you back out here again. Guys, it is December the 2nd, 2024. We are on our way to finishing out the year strong. We have been very busy this week, guys. I know I say that every time that we do these videos, but I can't stress it enough. We are so blessed to have customers that trust us to do projects for them, keeping their homes cool and comfortable year round. And I want to thank everybody also that's watching these videos. We have grown this channel tremendously over the last course of the year. And it's really in part from everybody that watches, that likes, that shares our content. I hope that everybody who watches these videos gets a little bit something out of it. Maybe you learned something, maybe you thought something was cool, and hopefully you were just entertained. So to get this video started, guys, tomorrow morning, we're going to be installing two Amana S-Series systems. One of them is going to be a 4-ton and the other one's going to be a 3-ton, or I think a 2.5-ton. Yeah, it's a 2.5 or 3-ton, one of those. But nonetheless, it's going to be two Amana S-Series systems. Now, the thing about this, guys, is that the Amana S-Series system, as you already know, and we brag about them on every video that we get a chance to do, is very quiet, very efficient, and very slim. Now, if you don't know, we have new refrigerants coming down the pipeline. That's correct. We're going to be changing refrigerants to the A2L refrigerants. That means we're going to have R32 and R454B. We currently still have 410A refrigerants, and we are moving through our inventory through the end of the year. A lot of customers right now are wanting to go ahead and upgrade it if they've already upgraded it with another S-Series with 410A refrigerant. And that's so that we can have systems that are always matched together. That way you don't have two types of refrigerants. So if you're watching this video and you're here in the Dallas-Fort Worth or Denton area and you're looking to get a system upgrade, give us a call, because right now we have some of the best promotions as the inventory for the 410A systems winds down. So let's go ahead and take a look at how the process is whenever we get a job like this where we are installing an actual equipment system. So let's walk in through the building, and then I'll introduce you to the folks in this building that get this process started. All right, let's go. And look who we have here. We have the one and only Isabella. Guys, if you don't know Isabella, she's here in the front. She's the one who registers all the equipment. She takes care of all the clerical work up in the front and keeps our inventory and our consignment. Man, she is a big part here of our company, and we're just so happy to have you. Isabella, we're making a video here for YouTube. You want to say a couple words to the viewers out there?
We have the best AC in the game.
Now, we didn't pay her to say that, guys, but we do have the best AC games in the game. And if y'all don't know, Bella actually was the recipient of Employee of the Month for the month of December, and she well deserved it. She works very hard here, Bella. So thank you so much for that. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and head out through our shop, and let's go meet the next person that gets the ball rolling when we're installing this equipment. We're in the Christmas spirit, by the way. That's why we got some Christmas music going in the background. But right here, this is also, I'll tell you guys a little bit about our shop. So right here, this is our podcast / training area. We do a lot of videos here. We sit down and we talk with one another, with each other, talk about, you know, how we're doing during the day, how the installs are going. When we bring in vendors or we bring in other technicians and we talk to them, it's a really good opportunity here to learn and practice and just talk. A very open, free space. And our TV in the background, we usually will do a lot of training videos, but right now we're in the December Christmas spirit. So that's why you got that over there. Our guys live off of Red Bull, by the way. Red Bull, if you are watching this, please sponsor us already. I cannot tell you how much Red Bull we drink here, but we drink a lot. So this is our warehouse, and we're gonna go meet the first person here that gets the ball rolling. Oh, well, the first one is Mr. Santiago. Santiago, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Guys, I think you've seen Santiago already. He is our apprentice / warehouse. He goes to Louisville High School, so around the corner. And right now he is tasked with keeping our warehouse and pulling the equipment and getting it ready for the installs.
Yes,
but
sir.
I'll be right back with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's go in here. The man of the hour. All right. What's up, Joe?
Oh, man.
I don't want to just hop in here and just jump in it, but we're making a video, by the way.
Very nice.
That's why I just wanted, we're talking about what it takes to get the ball rolling when we are installing, ordering equipment.
Oh,
so
okay.
tomorrow, I know you know this,
Big day.
Big day. We got 2 systems tomorrow, 2 Amana S-Series. And what I like to do is just kind of pass this over to you, man. And if you want to talk to the viewers out there, and what do you do, you know, to get the ball rolling whenever we get a project like this going for?
So on my end is a lot of logistical work, okay? I got to make sure that the equipment is here, that the equipment is being cooled and staged properly, and that nothing's missing, because the most killer of time is going back for parts. So I have a sheet and a form that we fill out. We make sure that everything's documented. We make sure that all the serial numbers, model numbers are matching and are correct. And I hand it over to our lovely assistant over here, Santiago, who, I think he's pulling an order right now. So let's go check him out. Hey, Santiago, you're getting really good at driving this Joey around here, man. Look at you. Awesome, man. Hey, we're shooting a video for the 2 system that we're replacing tomorrow. Why don't you give us a little details on what it takes and what your day-to-day responsibilities are here, man?
Sir, so my job here is to ensure everything is staged correctly. I put out all the equipment here. You know, make sure everything is, you know, pulled out correctly. I make sure the model number, the serial number is right, the tons. Once everything is staged correctly, I also pull out the plenums, ducts, boots, grills, and let me show you what I do upstairs.
Okay, Santiago, so one of the biggest time savers that you've had here is the actual pre-built boxes that we have on a daily basis. I know you're responsible for refilling these, man. Why don't you let them know what's in there and why it's so critical for the install?
I pull all these parts in, put it in a box. You know, we got fluid pipes, elbows, copper, conduit, thermostat wires. Once I'm done pulling this one in, I'm gonna come back up here and make another box. You know, it is my responsibility to make sure the customer has a timely install.
The fact that we can get the mastic, the surge protector, I mean, the switches here, everything in one box, centrally located on the truck, ready and on its way to the customer. That makes the install a breeze, and it cuts down on those timely callbacks saying, hey man, I need something or another. And that's why Santiago is such a critical role player in our industry and in our actual team here, because he is making sure that everything is here, that everything is accurate, that everything is up to par, that our inventory is correct, and that the guys get everything they need for when we're getting up there to your home and making sure the install goes smooth as butter.
Santiago, man, you are amazing. You make this whole process so easy. I know our installers really do appreciate you having everything ready to go when they come pick up this equipment. It really does make the job a lot easier. Guys, I don't know if you can see who's back there, but that's our TM up here in North Texas, Mr. Edwin himself. Now, Edwin, that doesn't look OSHA approved, by the way. Which camera? That does not look OSHA approved, but you know, we need product. We need product. So Edwin's bringing. I don't know if I should put. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it on the video. Guys, so this is Edwin. I think you guys already have met him in the past. This is Mr. Standard Supply, Mr. Amana himself. He's our TM, you know, so he's here to help us bring the equipment, consistently helping us stay ahead of the curve with technology, with the products that can make these units and make these customers obviously more efficient for them, you know.
Yeah,
so big part of our business here, and big part of what makes Prime so special is having partnerships like what we have here with Edwin. You know, he really uses his own personal truck, not OSHA approved. I don't even know if that's OSHA approved or DOT, but you know what, man? You got to get the job done sometimes.
I made it happen. I had the straps. I had to get it done. You know, our drivers are out delivering other things, and I got to do what's right and make sure that you're stocked up.
That's right.
You know, we
It's
don't
the
want to
real
leave
world,
anybody
guys.
hanging out there without, you know, a nice, quiet system, right?
Look at him trying to sell you guys already the S-Series. It's really, you don't even have to sell the S-Series, man. I mean, that's why our customers love them so much, is because it's such a great product.
Yes,
you know, it
definitely.
really is. It's an amazing product. So, but yeah, we get our products in here, like our furnaces, our coils. Guys, you know, we do a lot of Amana S-Series here for our customers in the North Texas area, right? That's Dallas, Fort Worth, Denton. So it's important for us to have the product, you know, when the customers need it, when their units go down, when they're upgrading it. It's very important for us to be able to get to them quickly. And again, man, I'm just so thankful and so happy to have a partner like you and Standard Supply.
Likewise. We're glad to be partners and to help each other out, man. Known you for a long time, brother. And hey, we're going to keep it rocking going and make sure that we have everything that you need to support you.
Well, I will tell you, we're doing that 2-system install tomorrow. You know, we just finished one today in, where was that? In Flower Mound. We did that Flower Mound. I went live on YouTube. So if you go to our page.
I am going to see that.
Yeah. So we did another one out there, and I'm just glad that you brought some more of the items here, because tomorrow that 2-system install, we were missing, I think, a furnace. So I think I see it over there somewhere.
Yeah, we got it. Mm-hmm.
So that's good. So other than that, man, thank you so much, guys. Let's go ahead and go back into the warehouse, and let's see the last couple steps that it takes. I'm so glad that you were here, man. I'm glad that they got to see real world what it takes to get these products installed for our customers.
Well, when y'all are rocking and rolling like you all,
yes, sir.
You have to, man. I mean, we got to make sure that y'all keep going and there's nobody running out, because there's a lot of people that are, you know, waiting for you to come and upgrade them to their new system. You know, some of them may not eat or. Well.
Hey, before I let you go, by the way, now that I got you here, let's zoom into this real quick. When are we getting the 19 CR2 S-Series R32 on the spot? Tomorrow?
Not tomorrow. It's supposed to land within, from what I'm hearing, right towards the end of the month here.
Nice. Guys, we are prepped. We are ready to go. I'm excited.
As soon as we get them, you know, first call's going to come to you. We are here at the factory is just, well, not the factory, but the distribution center for all the equipment, where our office out of is right there. So the minute they hit our docks, I'll let you know.
Oh, dude, I know they're going to be hitting your docks and hitting our docks at the same time, probably. I'm so excited, guys.
Yes.
We are going to have, and we'll get in another video. We'll talk a little bit more. I've been doing some more research and learning on those, but we're going to have a couple options with the new R32 S-Series. And that's exciting. You know, it's going to open up the line for customers. You know, that way nobody really misses out on the amazing technology and the amazing benefits that you get with the S-Series. So I'm just so excited, man. Yeah.
You got your 2 to 3 ton coil, your 4 ton coil, your 2 hung right kit, 2 36 drain pan, your 4 ton condenser, 1410 April air, 1210 April air, your 80K BTU furnace, your 60K BTU furnace. You got your 2 gas box, one with a 25 breaker, your thermostat, the back plate. You got your other gas box with the back plate, the thermostat. Then you got your 35 breaker, your 2 bags of gravel over there, and then you got your planners over here.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that is it. That is going to wrap up the quick little guide on what it takes for us to pull and stage these equipments whenever we have a project like this. From the first time that the customer calls our company, to the front personnel who pulls all the paperwork, to our managers and our warehouse employees who stage everything, and definitely to the most important, to our installers, the backbone of every installation. Now, you guys will get to meet them tomorrow when we go out to the job site, and you'll see the Amana S-Series from beginning to end. We'll probably hop on and get a couple interviews of the installers as well, so you guys get to know and meet them a little bit more. But like always, thank y'all so much for watching. Stay tuned, and we're going to do a fast forward into the future, and we will see you tomorrow morning. good morning. It is the next day and we are getting ready to head out to the job site. The installers just got here. Santiago, you did a great job like always, organizing everything. As you can tell, our guys are going to be loading up here. So in the mornings, the install team gets here, and here how it is. This is how the entire systems that comes out of our warehouse gets organized and pulled. They got their install totes with all the materials that they need. And the whole point of this is just to make it as efficient as possible. You know, especially when we're installing these high efficient Amana S-Series systems, you want to make sure that everything is correct. You know, all the materials that you're going to need. You know, obviously here we never cut any corners, so you want to make sure that you have the hung reds, the plenums, the collars, the dampers, pretty much everything that you're going to need to make sure that this unit looks amazing. And they always do turn out. Once we get there, I'll show you guys a little bit more. How it is. The install truck is nice and filled. Now this is a 2-system Amana S. Got the last thing, the gravels, guys. So we are ready to go. Let's go have a great day, guys. All right, so we're out here at the job site now, and the guys are starting the demolition part of it. I want to show you guys a little bit about the equipment that was here and what we're going to be replacing it. So these units, as you can tell, they lived a pretty good long life. I think this one over here is the original to the house from the year 2000. You guys probably know these old little square train units. Now this one right here, this is a Hale. I think that's how I pronounce it, Hale. This is an ICP product. Looks like a carrier, so that's what's coming out of these units here. Now our team here works very hard to kind of prep the area, you know, get everything removed. One of these units didn't have any refrigerant. The other one gets pumped down and recovered back at the shop. One of the systems that we're going to be replacing here is this old train. Now, I think this is original to the house. This was manufactured in May of 2000, guys. So almost 25 years old. It's lived a very long life. Now, I'll tell you, these single stage equipment, they're very common. This is the most common air conditioning system that's in the market. They come with a contactor. They come with a capacitor. And remember, the contactor here is what turns it on. So see these two little wires here? This is what's connected to your thermostat wire, and it goes to your thermostat. Whenever you turn on or call the cooling to come on, the contactor comes on. It clicks, and it allows the power to go in and turn the unit on. Now these units, again, also carry a capacitor. Now the difference between a single stage equipment like this to the Amana S-Series that we're going to be installing it, aside from the visual. Now this is a typical square cube air conditioning system, and as you know, and you will see, the Amana S is a slim profile side discharge, but that's just one of the things that makes the Amana S-Series so different. The most important is the meat, what's inside of the system, and what makes it so special. And you guys will see later on in this video all the technology that's packed in there. But yeah, the S-Series does not have any contactors like this or capacitors like that. So this is it. It's lived a very long life, and you know, can't wait to put the new S-Series in here and give this customer another 25 or 30 years of high performance air conditioning. All right, guys, so we're now up here in the attic. As you can tell, the team is working very hard. Hopefully I can stay out of their way here. They're working very hard to remove the first of 2 systems here. Now this is a gas furnace, an 80% gas furnace. And what that means, guys, that this portion of the furnace right here, whenever uses about 80% of the heating capacity. Now here in the North Texas area where we live at, that's more than enough. There's higher efficient furnaces out there, but we just can't, and we don't have enough cold days, consistent cold days here in North Texas. to justify a more efficient furnace. The 80% variable speed 2-stage, with what we're going to be installing, is way more than enough efficient for this area. Now it also has a single stage blower motor and a capacitor. Remember kind of what we talked about outside? The new systems will not have a capacitor. It also, the motor itself will all be variable speed, communicating. And as you can also tell, this unit here is currently being held on by metal straps. Now, we won't go back with metal straps. We're going to be installing the hung right kit. And later on in the video, you guys will see how the guys prep the hung right kit and get it ready for the new system. So let's go ahead and just watch them work. Our team moves very quickly here. So just like the outside team, the inside team here is organizing, prepping, and cleaning the area before they get started. And right behind me, they're about to get started with the first part of this puzzle, which is the hung right kit. But this is the area that the 4-ton unit was in. If you can remember, they leave it nice and clean and get it prepped for the new system. But let's watch them install the hung right kit. All right, now the hung right kit is a very important part of any horizontal installation in the attics. The hung right kit is a bracket. It's a mounting bracket that holds the equipment itself. And it's held on by these bolts right here. And this wire, it goes through the rafter. They drill through it, they put it in, they put a washer, and we'll see it here in a little bit. But the hung right kit is very heavy, very sturdy, and it has a small little portion of foam on the bottom. This is where the furnace, the coil, the boxes, where everything sits on here. Now, the point of the hung right kit is so that we can ensure that the system is nice and level. And with this foam here, we can reduce even more vibration and noise. One thing we don't want to do is we don't want to put any unnecessary holes inside of that new system, meaning we don't want to try to drill holes where we don't need to. And the hung right kit pretty much eliminates the need of drilling any holes into the furnace or into the evaporator coil. Plus, you know, it looks very professional, very clean. And one of the great things about it too is it's adjustable. So there's little parts right here where once the system is installed, we can adjust it to the height that we want. We can adjust the level, you know, and we can really ensure that we install this system to manufacturer specs. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Let's take a look at the guys installing the hung right kit. So they have it bolted to the rafters. They have all of the level on the left, right, and back side of it. And pretty much they have this thing ready to go for the new equipment. Now what they're doing is they're going to cut off all the excess wire. That way, remember, we're trying to make this look as pretty as possible. We got to have a little bit of workmanship here. But I want to show you the hung right kit itself. It is capable of withstanding the weight of a furnace, coil, filter, supply plenum, return plenum. And since it is bolted to the actual rafter themselves, it is going to hold pretty steady. Now guys, on a good day, I'm like 205, you know, months like 208, 210. And I want to show you sitting on the hung right kit, how it's able to withstand all the weight. And see how it allows freedom to move without having the equipment bolted on or screwed onto it. So This product here is on every install that we do on a horizontal application. And again, one, not only to make it look pretty, but for safety, for sound, you know, especially with the Amana S-Series, one of the key features of that particular system is how quiet it is, right? So we want to try to do everything that we can outside and inside to ensure that these systems run very quiet. So let's go take a look at what they're going to do next, which is they're going to be flushing the copper lines, which is another very important step when retrofitting and installing these AC units like the Amana S. Okay, now one of the most important and critical things when we are retrofitting these systems, especially like an R22 unit going to a 410A, we want to ensure that one, we either flush the line sets correctly to remove any of that old refrigerant, any of the old oils, or if we can, or if the copper are improperly sized, or if they're just not in good condition, you want to replace the copper line. Now this system here at this home, the copper lines were the proper size and they were in a very good condition. So what we were doing here is we are flushing it. Now we are flushing it with the RX11 flush. Okay, as you can see, the team right here, what they do first is they flush the lines. There's a team outside crimping that line to ensure they create enough pressure. They'll flush the RX chemical inside of the copper, and then we flush it out with nitrogen. This ensures that we remove any kind of contaminants, old oils, or the old refrigerant from the system. And again, one of the most important and critical steps when we are replacing these systems. Now here at Prime AC and Heat, when we do these S-Series, remember guys, we are always doing everything we can to ensure we give the best opportunity for these units to last, again, another 25 or 30 plus years. All right guys, one of the fun things that who does after removing and getting to the demolition part of it, so they want to try to organize everything here. It's like a puzzle, you know, when they're removing the equipment and then installing it, they want to make sure that everything is lined up. It's like Santiago at the warehouse puts everything together for them. When they get to the job site, they're going to organize everything together. They're going to start building the plan, building everything stages, so that whenever the team that's in the attic is ready for the next part of it, they have the parts ready to go, and it becomes a very smooth transition. So watch them right now. They're going to be putting together. These are the return planners, so you can tell it's going to go in the back end of the furnace attached to the April air filter. Now these also come pre-insulated from the factory already, so they have insulation on the inside and it's metal on the outside. And yeah, so let's watch through that. Pretty straightforward. These parts and these plans from the manufacturers, they come very easily installed. This is the 3-ton coil that the team pulled out of it. Now this is the original coil for this house. Remember, this house and this equipment is from the year 2000, so almost 25 years. And you can tell here the condition of the evaporator coil has held up pretty good. I mean, it does look very oxidated, you know, but that's a very common for copper coils, especially guys if we're at 25 years. So the customer did also say they had their ducts cleaned periodically throughout the entirety life of this unit, and it shows. You know, the system itself is not completely dirty. We definitely have seen worse, and you guys have seen worse here on videos. But back, just the inside of the coil here, little bit of growth, but nothing extreme. And the actual coil itself is very clean. So that means that this system was able to breathe really good, you know, for the almost 25 years of life. guys. So as you can see, the guys are moving very quickly out here. If you remember, the old unit was sitting on a traditional pad. A traditional pad is either a composite material, which looks like a normal pad, but it's not really a concrete pad, or the one that was next to it, a plastic pad. Now with these S-Series units, again, we are trying to mitigate noise. We're trying to ensure that these systems are installed in a very sturdy platform. So the first thing that the guys do here is, once they remove everything, they rake the sand or the soil, then they put and compact it, and then we put our leveling gravel, okay? And then they install this sturdy concrete pad. Now this pad here is very special for the S-Series. It is a handmade pad, and we get these things delivered to our shop in 2 pallets increments. And the reason we decided to go with this type of pad is because it is very sturdy and handcrafted concrete pad. I mean, this thing weighs like 150 pounds or so. Very, very heavy. It takes like 2 people to move this pad around. And that ensures that the system is going to be sitting on something that is going to hold the weight. It's going to mitigate vibration and noise, and it's going to last for a very long time. Us leveling the ground, raking the sand, putting our leveling gravel, that also ensures that the system stays nice and level, again, for many, many years. Okay, now we're going to unbox the system. The first one, this is the upstairs, the smaller unit. Okay, I'll let you do it. There it is. That is the Amana S variable speed side discharge unit. And let me help him here with one side. Now, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'll leave it up there for you to adjust it. Guys, as you can see, doesn't take much to lift these units, and the reason why is because inside of this unit, once we open it up, I'll show you a little bit more. Inside of this unit here, we have a true swing variable speed compressor. Now, if you guys don't know, this is a Daikin product. This is a Daikin Fit, also known as the Amana S. There's 2 types. So Amana and Daikin pretty much cornered the market with the side discharge ducted variable speed systems. But what makes it special and why it's so light is because the compressor that's in here is a true swing compressor. Now that compressor in size, I'm not kidding guys, it's about that big, but it is a very powerful compressor. And then you couple that with the EEV valve that's inside of this unit and the EEE valve that's in the coil in the attic. You're able to produce efficiencies with really small applications, which the customer is going to love because it's going to be a quiet system. One of the things the customer was mentioning to me was his original system that he had here over the summer was making a very loud noise. And again, when you start to think about 20 to 25 year units, you know, they'll start to rattle, they'll start to get a little bit louder. And they were already thinking about replacing the system. So when they made the decision to upgrade the systems, I'm pretty sure one of the most important things that they wanted to get checked off was that the system was going to be quiet. And they're going to get one of the quietest systems with this Amana S-Series. The sounds decibels that it can go down to is as low as 45 dBs, guys. And it even has a section in the thermostat labeled quiet mode. They can actually make this system run even quieter. Now it will reduce capacity, but it's a very quiet system. Second part of this puzzle is the evaporator coil. Now this evaporator coil for the Amana S-Series, remember, this is an EEV coil, okay? That means it has an electronic expansion valve inside, and it has a control board on the outside. So right now the guys are just finishing reinstalling the board back to the casing of the coil, and then it's off to live a very long life sitting right next to the furnace. I know you guys know who this is right here, okay? But I'm going to reintroduce him to you guys. This is our lead installer, the main man. This is Juan. He manages all the installs that we do, and he oversees everything to ensure that these systems come out perfect for our customers. And Juan, just so happy that you actually got to be here today. I know that you were doing some commercial work.
Yes, sir.
And thanks for coming by again. I really appreciate it. Anytime that we get Juan to come out, guys, it's a great day. So what do you think so far of how everything's going?
I mean, you already know. Look, right now we're doing our process. How you say on the early video, you know, we make sure, you know, we do it the right way to the installation. So right now we put in our nitrogen, we're then cleaning the lines with a special liquid that goes in the copper. So, you know,
The RX11 flush.
yeah. So
Yep.
that all that's for warranty, you know, like we need to do it. If we don't do it, I mean, you know, these products, I mean, they are good, but we have to do a good installation.
Right. You see, guys, this is why he is our lead installer and why he manages everything, because, you know, you got to have a craftsmanship and you got to have pride in what you do. You know, it's sometimes you can say it's a little easy to do it, but it's really not. You have to know the steps to do this.
Step by step.
Exactly. So, you know, flushing the lines out, making sure that we run nitrogen, right? Making sure that we run a good vacuum, all of those steps, you know, really do help with the system. But Juan, it's been a great year. I mean, I think, how many of these have we installed already this year?
Hey man, you know, it's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
we're in December and we are so busy.
Yes.
People, they love us. I mean, they
Yes.
see us by videos.
Of course.
You know, this call we got it from the video. So
That's right.
the guy, he says, hey man, you know, I love the way y'all do the installation. We trust you. I feel good when he said that. You know?
Yeah.
When people trust us, that's amazing.
It is a great feeling. Listen, and you know, this is just like Juan said. So this customer here, and you guys will meet them later on in the video. But they found us on YouTube, and that's one of the things that I'm so proud of, is that we can put our work to the internet, right? We can post it. We're not afraid to show what we do, because we know we're going to do it the right way. You know, and with the right team, the right people, guys, it's just, there is no shortcuts that we take here, and that's why we keep getting referrals and we keep getting customers that find us. But a big part of it is because of you. You know, how you manage the guys, how you make sure that you stay on top of them, and we're just so proud and blessed to have you here on the team, man. We really are.
You already know, you know.
Yep.
Prime.
As we are moving along here, we have both of the condenser units on the concrete slab. These are going to get bolted down to the pad to make it even more sturdy. Our installer is working on the electrical. Now we run all new electrical connections, new conduits, and when we make the connections, I'll show you here in a little bit, we use these little butt connectors, O-ring connectors, to ensure that we have a solid connection. But I wanted to show you here, guys, this is the Amana S-Series side discharge, high efficient air conditioning or heat pump system. Now, it makes it a side discharge is that we have the fan right here that blows the air to the side. But what makes these units so special is what's internally here. This is the magic. This is what makes these units one of the most efficient and quietest units in the market. Right below or right behind this plastic sound blanket, we have the true swing variable speed compressor. That's what makes these units so quiet, because they're able to ramp down and still produce capacity for inside of the house. And right here, guys, as you can see, this is the inverter board. This is where all the computing, all the algorithm, everything that this system needs it to do. It's reading temperature, it's reading humidity, it's reading the amp draws. It's pulling all of that data, dumping it into here, and then it's spitting out the RPMs for the compressor and for the DC motor that's in the back. But yeah, this is it. This is the Amana S-Series high efficient unit. And again, I don't know if you remember the old unit, there is no capacitors that we have to replace. There is no contactors. There are some capacitors in the sense like these right here, but those are actually soldered onto the board. So you never have to replace those. If anything were to ever happen to this board here or any of the components, it's gonna just be swapped out. And one of the great things also about the Amana S-Series is if the compressor were to ever fail, this has one of the best warranties in the market. 10-year parts and labor across the board, plus a 99-year unit replacement if that compressor ever fails. But that's why we do everything we can during the installation process to ensure that we have the best chance for this system to last a very long time. Now, we're at the home strip here. Once the guys have fully installed the unit and they have soldered all the copper inside and outside, the very next step that's very important and critical here is doing a nitro test, a nitrogen test, to ensure that we have pressure equalized inside of the suction, liquid line, that's the big, small line, and that we do not drop pressures, okay? Now, what that's going to tell us, or the installers, is that this system is air sealed tight. That means that all of the connections that they made on the upstairs evaporator coil and outdoor condenser coil are nice and sealed. Once this pressure test holds, okay, and it does not drop, right now we're at 232 psi, okay? Once that holds there, we're going to do a decay test. That means that for around 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to monitor this, and we're going to ensure that this pressure does not drop below 132. Okay, now if you are doing this type of work and you're installing it, sometimes the pressures will stabilize. There might still be a little bit of flush inside, or there might be refrigerant if you didn't flush the units correctly. So that means that you'll have to reflush them and restart the process all over again. Okay, but this part right here, we cannot miss this part. This would allow us to ensure that we have no leaks on any of the copper. And guys, listen, the guys work very hard, so the last thing that they want to do is spend all of this time making this unit look so good, getting ready, getting to the end, and then finding out that there was a leak when they open up the system.
So I finally arrived here, guys. I know I haven't been here the whole day, but I'm here for the most important part, and that is going to be the vacuum, okay? So as you see, we got one already getting ready to go down. But we had to do, now we pressure tested both, but we had to do a pressure test on this one. We also had to put some nitrogen through the lines just to make sure we clear out any type of contaminants, okay? And just to also make sure that it's gonna pull a good vacuum. Now, if you don't know the answer to this, let me know. I'll give you some time. Here at Prime, we pull our vacuums down to what number, okay? I'm gonna give you three choices here. 500, 350, or 250. If you guess 250, then you're right. At Prime, we pull the nicest vacuums for our customers to make sure that their system's gonna have good refrigerant flowing through them and make sure that they stay comfortable and cool when these S-Series are in operation.
Alrighty, so I am Morgan, and we are here with another Prime install, which we're super excited about. I'm here with the customer today. And so when I came out the day after Thanksgiving, what was it that you were looking for?
Well, we've got a 25-year-old home here, and the units and everything we had was all original, and we were concerned that it was starting to run high and just going to break on us, and so we were wanting to get ahead of the new Freon change. We talked about the 410A and getting the system there, and so that was kind of what brought you out, was trying to price that and see if we want to go ahead and bust a move now before the system died.
Awesome. So, and then what was it that you liked about our company right away? Or
yeah, so I had found you guys on YouTube, just doing some research about units, but obviously I've never bought one of these. It's old. And I had a quote for a Daikin Fit system, which is a little different than, the conventional train system we had. Got my interest up, started doing some looking, found y'all on YouTube and saw y'all were local to my market. Texas heat, we're super cold, we're super hot, we get it all. Really liked your videos, liked what I saw about your company. Could see the quality of the install over the videos, and that was attractive to me. I work in the construction industry, and so I could kind of tell, although I'm not an HVAC guy, I can see quality work and saw that. And so that's what that's what promoted me to call you to kind of research this Amana system.
And then how's the install going so far? We haven't finished yet, but how is it going so far?
So far, man, everything looks great. The guys are working hard. They hit the ground running. I think their lunch is still sitting over there, and it's 2 o'clock. They're not even stopping. So everybody knows what they're doing. They're working hard, efficient, quality work. Everything looks great so far.
Up here in the attic, and I'm here with Isaac, one of the installers. And as you can tell, all the installers were up here. This is the team up in the attic, guys. They have done everything from, remember, putting the hung right kit, the coils, the plenums, putting everything together like a puzzle. If you take a look here on the upstairs one, they are rocking and rolling. They got almost everything hung. Everything is nice and sealed. We got some really straight lines for the mastic, and now we're working on putting our collars. And Isaac, I just want to introduce you to everybody out here, because in a couple of past videos I've said, hey, who is that? Who's that installer out there, man? And you want to just tell the viewers out here a little bit about yourself, man?
Well,
Not to put pressure on you.
I'm Isaac. Just started a couple months ago, and
I can't tell, man, because you do a great job, by the way. Right, well, guys, you saw him outside. So Juan, you know, the manager here that manages everybody, guys, he keeps them sharp, and he makes sure that the team is always on top of it. What have you learned so far working with the installers?
You know, just the basic, but I mean, I've learned a lot, you know, doing all these jobs, all the jobs we've done together, you know. You really learn the process of everything, the way everything works inside the house, everything, you know.
The ductwork.
Yeah, I didn't really, you know, I live in a house, but like, you know, I don't even know how most of this, I didn't know how most of this stuff works.
That's right, that's right, yeah.
But yeah, no, I really learned a lot. It's a good trade. I like it.
Man, well, I know that I'm proud of you, man. I know that Juan and Cholo and everybody here that works with you too, the whole team, you know, you come to work every day with great attitude, and every time that I come to the job sites and I see you, man, you are doing a great job.
Yes,
and the customers are always happy as well, and that's the most important part. So,
always.
you know, when we bring our customers up to the attic and we show them the final product, installers like Isaac are a big part of that wow factor, you know, making sure that everything is sealed up, everything is lined up, leveled, that nothing looks, you know, out of place. So you're doing a great job, man. Well, guys, that's it. This is Isaac, one of the newest team members here with us, and we're going to continue to see you more and more, man. Thank you for everything you do, Isaac.
Yes, sir.
If you ever been up here during the install, guys, it can get quite messy, so I'll be showing you guys a magic trick, actually. When we come back up here, it's gonna look way different. Think about your system, right? I want you to think about your system. It's on the ugliest part of your house, the part no one sees, right? The frame. But this is where all the oxygen works, and it breathes. It's kind of like your human body. Who would want to see the inside of their human body, right? These are the lungs of the house, literally making everything go and work. So I just like to think about that when I'm up here installing, or when I go into a customer's attic. I'm like, wow, I'm just inside the body of the house right now. And it's super important to take care of your lungs, right? Because if you don't take care of your lungs, you can't breathe good. So think about that the next time you look over at your AC unit. You got to make sure the lungs are good.
Now, another part of the puzzle here is the filtration system. Now, the filtration system is very critical and important, because that is what keeps your air clean, and that's what you breathe in your house. So all of our installs here come with an Aprilaire filtration system. Now, these filters are really good because they last around 6 months, and they catch a lot of the particulates that go through the air, a lot of the dust. You know, if you have pets in the house, it catches a lot of stuff, which is to protect the actual equipment itself. Now, remember, this is a variable speed system, so we want to keep this system as clean as possible. And as you can tell right here, Juan is adjusting the Aprilaire base, and it lines up with the furnace, covers all of the openings, and then he's going to screw it on to the system and permanently seal it. And this is the filter that comes with the Aprilaire system. Let's open it up so you guys can take a quick peek and see how that looks. Now, if you're part of our Prime Advantage family membership, our technicians will come out to your house twice a year, in the spring, in the fall. It does not matter how many systems you have in your house, and we will replace the filters for you. Now, if you have Aprilaire filters like these are the filters that are included in our maintenance plan as well. All right, guys, here it is. This is the Aprilaire filtration system. It comes very compact. Let's check this out. Boom. It opens up. It's pleated on the back. Now, these filters here, again, will last around 6 months for this customer. Cleaning that air, passing it through. Now, this customer as well is going to be receiving an APCO-X air purification system. I know you guys have seen those in some of the past videos that we've done. But when we get to that part of it, I'll show you a little bit more and talk a little bit more about the APCO-X air filtration system. But so far, like I said, everything is like a puzzle. They're just working their way through the system. All right, folks, the team is moving along. So I want to take this opportunity to talk to you guys about the air purification system that we're going to be installing at this house. Not only are we installing the Aprilaire filtration system, okay, we're also going to be installing the APCO-X. Now, the APCO-X here, guys, is an air purification system. And what it does, it removes odors, VOCs, bacteria, and it pretty much keeps this system nice and clean. It also has the UV light, which will be shining inside of the evaporative coil for the life of this unit, which will keep that coil nice and clean. Now, the warranty that comes with the APCO-X is top of the line, just like the Amana S-Series. It has a lifetime warranty on the ballast, and the UV bulb is good for up to 3 years. So this customer is going to have some of the freshest and cleanest air, coupled with the Amana S-Series, one of the most efficient and quietest systems in the market. One of the most important things when it comes to replacing an AC unit or an evaporator coil is when we redo the drain lines and we have to redo the drain pan. So on any full system that we install like we're doing today, our guy's going to redo the primary and the secondary. We're going to insulate the primary. Now that's municipal code. We're going to add a Jones valve so that we're able to clear this valve whenever we have drain baggage. And one of the things that we're also going to install is the EasyTrack EZT210 with a safety device on the top. This right here, coupled with the BG101 float switch that will be installed on the fans, allows us to have a little peace of mind knowing that if this system ever backs up with water, or if it ever freezes and water ever makes it to the drain pan, or if the primary drain line ever gets clogged, that we have safety devices built in that will shut the unit off. Okay, guys? And the great thing about the Amana S-Series is that, one, this system here with all the safety switches, they're actually able to be wired up into the accessory port on the internal furnace board. And since we are going to be connected to the Amana cloud services, anytime that this system has an issue like a drain backage, we're going to get a notification at the office knowing that this system has a drain line that needs to be addressed. So one of the many features on the Amana S-Series and the whole lineup that allows us to continuously monitor and be on top of any issues that a customer might experience. We got a lot of people stopping by. This is the main man, the designer, the one that made it all possible here that we're doing these 2 installs. You guys don't know already. I know if you watch our videos and you're one of our customers, you know who Morgan is. But Morgan, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to the possible new viewers out there, who you are and what you do here.
Okay, so my name is Morgan, and I've been working at Prime for a while now. And I go out and I do service calls. I do maintenance calls, and I also do system design as well. And when I came out to this one, it was really simple. But just mostly what I don't want to sell people something. I want them to, I want to know what they want. And I want to design that system around what they want. Some people want duct cleanings and some people don't. Some people want air cleaners and some people don't. And my job is just to find out what they're looking for and try to design a system around efficiency and what they're actually looking for and price point.
Yeah. Hey guys, and you heard it here. This is one of the things that makes Morgan so special, is that Morgan does everything, right? You do maintenance calls, you do service calls, you do full system designing, and his number one priority is to take care of you, a potential customer out there. You know, if you're calling in for just a maintenance or calling in because your system has never worked properly, you know, you can always count on Prime. And when we have people and employees here like Morgan, it just makes everything go so much better for everybody around. So tell us about this one. How did we end up here on a Tuesday, December the 3rd? When were you out here, by the way?
I was out here the day after Thanksgiving at 8 a.m. is when he wanted the appointment. And he got a couple other estimates, and he saw us on YouTube.
Yep.
And then I came out here, and I was the third estimate. And I came out and asked him what he was looking for. He already got a Daikin Fit estimate, and so it is the kind of the same thing. But like it's like Train and American Standard. It's Amana and Daikin Fit. And
this is the future. Let me tell you something. Daikin, when they got here to North America, their slogan was they wanted to inverterize, gotta say that tongue twister, inverterize North America. That's what their slogan was when they came here. And that's what they've done. They have produced some of the most efficient inverter systems in the market. Now here in North USA, or United States, obviously, this style of equipment was neat, radical, some would say, right? I mean, doesn't look like anything in the market. Some people look at this and say, oh, that's a mini split, which by the eyes, they wouldn't be wrong, you know, but what's inside of that system is what makes it special. So the Amana S and the Daikin Fit, if you are in the market and you have contractors that are giving you bids for that, these two brands, you cannot go wrong with it. Now, I will say we are a little biased. We do bleed red, right? We do love our Amana. You know, they're made here in Houston, Texas, so they're literally about 3.5 hours away from us. But yes, the Amana S-Series gives us the 99-year warranty, and you can't beat that, you know. Now, I will tell you guys another thing. They put so much safeties into this thing that it would be very surprising if the compressor ever dies, you know. They will stop this unit from even whispering if it senses that there's anything wrong with it. And that's why installation is so critical. You know, you can't miss anything. Like right now, we're running our vacuum on the downstairs unit, and we're already below 500 microns, you know, so we're going to get down to 250. And that again will ensure that this system is nice and clear before we open it up. So, Morgan, when you got here with Prime, man, you came from, where'd you move from? What was the state? Washington. That's right. How was it switching from Washington State down to Texas?
Heat and AC. So everyone's all about heat up in Washington, and everybody's about AC down in Texas.
Which one do you like the most?
AC.
The Texas got him, man. The Texas got him already, you know. I still haven't convinced him to put on boots yet, you know, but I'm working him. I'm working him, guys. I'm working him. Next year, I'm going to have him rocking some boots and a cowboy hat. So stay tuned for that video because I'm working him for that, man. But, so yeah, when you got here and then obviously, you know, switching from your mindset from that state over to Texas, I mean, obviously you've already came pretty good, knowing product, knowing how systems work. But when you got here to Texas and you started learning about these inverter systems, how was it the first time? And were you nervous?
The first time it was more so like, what are you looking at? And then when you're actually working on them, there's that. But then once you start actually going to classes and learning about like the things that they are capable of achieving besides doing single stage systems to inverter systems, it's kind of like, why would you go with anything else? Especially here in Texas, especially with efficiency, especially with it's going to be hot tomorrow. It's like 50 degrees today and it's cold.
It is. Yeah, Texas weather is something else. Yeah. Man, but I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I mean, you know these products. By the way, what is your thoughts on the side discharge inverter systems compared to other brands that you've worked on in the past in your career?
So the side discharge and the quietness of the Amana S and of even the Daikin Fit is I like the sleek profile, and I like when I came to Prime, it was obviously like that's what their product they were pushing, and absolutely fell in love with it. I think my first day here, I sold one, which was really, really cool. But love the product. And then compared to all the other ones, I've always had other issues, and there's always been communicating problems. There's always been some type of issue where I like to where Amana stands behind their product, where they'll just take it back. Whereas like other variables based systems are more so let's just fix it and let's just put a new compressor in, or let's just do something else. I like the Amana how they stand behind it.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier for you, especially when you are designing systems. You know, knowing that peace of mind that hey, you got your customers back, right? If this thing were to ever fail catastrophically or something happens, I mean, Amana's going to give us a new one. Now, you know, we do have a really good relationship with our distributor as well. And that's very important. You know, we build a very strong relationship, not only with the brand, but with the distribution to ensure that when we do have these problems, you know, that we're able to come out and fix them as quickly as possible. They know the quality of work that we do here at Prime AC, and they know that, you know, this brand here is a premium brand. So obviously you don't want to not feel trust in the brand that you sell. So you've done a really great job since you got here. And I think, yeah, you're right. I think the first day you design a system straight up, and the customers, you know, they do their research, but it also takes the person that's in front of them. And that's a testament to your knowledge, you know, how ready you are to take care of the customers, you know. So guys, I want to make sure everybody knows, you know, how much Morgan means here to us. And when he came here, you know, every tech that's been here, past or present, by the way, they've all looked up to you, man. You know, they've all known the quality and the caliber of technician that you are. And you have grown so much with us, by the way, you know, from day one as well. And I know our customers as well have seen that evolving with you, man, because you get tons of 5-star reviews. Customers trust you and the company enough to do a 2 system and to have you out here the day after Thanksgiving. I mean, just, you know, wrap around that. And with the new technicians, we have a couple of new apprentices, and we got a couple of new techs starting this month as well. You know, that's one of the things that makes me so proud here to work with you, by the way, is that I know that when they come work for us, they see caliber of technicians like yourself who have the customer as their number one priority. It's just going to build a great team. You know, in our industry, we have a shortage already as it is on people wanting to join the trades. So having honesty, integrity, having knowledge, and having the willingness to come out and work, man, it's really inspiring, and you inspire me, man. So thank you for being here. Yeah, of course. All right, guys. Well, this is going to be it. I know the sun's coming down. It's coming along, by the way. This thing has held 254 PSI, so it's not moving. I mean, that means this thing is ready to go for the vacuum, but we got to get this one first. The guys are having a late lunch, man. These guys worked so hard. Dude, I brought them lunch here probably around like 12 noon. And I have to yell at them. I'm like, you got to stop. You got to go eat, you know. But guys, that's what makes Prime so special to our guys who will just put their heads down and work until, you know, the customer is up and running. That's the priority here. So, everything's coming along. What do you think so far of the install?
It's awesome. Looks absolutely amazing. Up in the attic looks amazing. Makes it really easy to design these systems and show these videos to other customers. And just the quality of work, but also having a boss and owner take care of the installers. I've actually never seen that. Bringing people lunch, that actually matters a lot. You do take care of people.
Dude, I know you're fasting, by the way. I know, you know, I don't want to spill your personal life into this video, but I know you're fasting. So talking about food is kind of,
I'm on 3 days.
I don't know how you're doing that right now, but you gotta eat. We gotta eat, guys. Gotta have a clear mind. But yeah, man, you know, I gotta take care of my guys because I'm out here with them, and we're all here together to take care of our customers. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, we're going to keep this video going. We're almost at the finish line. Alrighty, Prime family, well, we are at the tail end of the installation, and oh my gosh, I'm always happy, but I just cannot be happier with how both systems came out. It's close to 5 o'clock, and the guys have already got one system up and running. The other one's in the system test mode, but I don't know if you can hear it. You probably can't. That's because the Amana S-Series operates as low as 45 dBs. It's one of the quietest systems in the market, and I know this customer is going to enjoy this system, not only for its look, it's a very slick system, but he's going to enjoy the fact that every time he's walking out in his backyard is not too far from his units, he will probably be hearing his neighbor's units come on before he thinks that his is actually running. So it's one of the great and many features about the Amana S-Series. Now come on a little bit closer and let's take a look at what the final product looks like. So we have a sturdy concrete pad, and I think earlier in the video I broke it down on how we install this for you guys. We got the system already bolted down as well. On the very back end, we extended our copper pipe and we put it in the ArmorFlex tubing. Okay, this is this rubbery material ArmorFlex right here. That's going to help it. It protects it from the UV from the sun, and it keeps it from deteriorating. We got all of our electrical conduit ran nicely, secured nicely to the system. Okay, and if we look back over here, we have our disconnect. Now our disconnect is properly sized with the correct breaker. Okay, for this particular system here, this is a 35 amp, guys. Now this is a 4-ton unit, so you kind of comprehend how much or how little power these units draw. And then the last thing that the guys installed here was the surge protector. If you can see that little green light here, I know you guys have seen our videos in the past. You know the importance of a surge protector. A surge protector, just like in your home, if you have a computer, if you have a smart TV, you want to put it on a surge protector. And that's to protect all the electronics inside of the system. Now, I showed you earlier in the video, the Amana S-Series has a compartment just full of a circuit board. It has a little computer, it has the inverter, so we have to protect it, guys. And that's why we do the surge protectors. And then here is the upstairs unit. That's the little brother to the downstairs. Same technology, same installation, just a smaller footprint. Come on up here, Prime family. Look at this masterpiece. Our guys have done it once again. Up here in the attic, we have the full system. We have the hung rack kit. We have the variable speed gas furnace, the Aprilaire. We also have our APCO-X system. We have our Easy Trap with float switch, our BG101 pan safety switch, a beautiful inverter loop. All of the ducts nice and sealed. All the dampers are open. Everything has perfect mastic lines here. And here's the upstairs one. This one was a little bit trickier with the spacing, but the guys continues to knock it out. Let me put some light over here so you guys can see how nice this thing came out. Look at that. We got the Aprilaire, the same deal. We got Easy Trap with the safety switch, hung rack kit. Overall, just an amazing job, like every Prime job that we do here, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. This is a long video. I hope that you were entertained. I hope that you learned something. And if you're a customer out there and you're interested in upgrading your air conditioning and heating systems, guys, we're a family-owned and operated business. We're located in Louisville, Texas, and we serve all of the Metroplex: Dallas, Fort Worth, Denton, McKinney. Okay, and we provide Amana S-Series. We're trained, we're certified. You know, anything that you could possibly want for your home, we're gonna help you. We're gonna be your partner. We're gonna design the system for you. You got to meet Morgan today. You got to meet Carter. You got to see the team. firsthand what they do the moment they arrive at your house. And we're so blessed to have customers who trust us continuously to do work like this for them. And we're going to continue to keep raising the bar, because that's what we're here for. We're here for you, the customer watching this. Now, if you're a tech, if you're just somebody tuning into YouTube and trying to get entertained, I hope that you got something out of this video. Like always, thank everybody who watches these videos, who likes all of the content that we upload, who subscribes and shares our content. Guys, you have helped us grow this YouTube channel, really all of our social media this year. We're going to continue to grow it and continue to produce content for you guys. I know that we have some really neat videos coming up with the A2L refrigerants, so stay tuned for that. And like always, Prime family, thank y'all so much, and we will catch you on the next one.